Okay, so this is basically going to be my first video. I'm interested in basically helping the Runescape community. For those who are interested in starting playing Deadman mode, but obviously this is quite a competitive type of game, so you're probably going to die a fair amount in the beginning. So basically this is going to be my first video. I've tried streaming in the past. It's kind of like more of a hobby of mine. This is going to be my first real intro into actually trying to, become a little bit more of a professional streamer, but at the same time really help out the RuneScape community. So first things first, Deadman mode, basically it's a game mode where when you die, if you haven't attacked anyone, you lose 25% of all your stats in unprotected skills. So you get to protect 2 melee skills and 3 non-melee skills. There's also the option to, basically get insurance for your hit point skill. When you have 25 hit points, you can pay $25,000 to Galen, who is here in the graveyard in Lumbridge, right here. When you get to 50 hit points, you can insure that up to 50 for 50,000 for 100,000 gold pieces, and then you can insure it at 75 hit points for 1 million gold pieces. A lot of people are like, okay, what do I do to get all that money? Some people will turn to real world trading, and obviously you can do that. It'll cost you a bunch of money. There is a good chance you'll get banned because since this is such a micro sort of community, there's going to be a lot less people who are able to do that without getting JMods catching them. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way you protect your skills, you go into your equipped items, you click on this little death symbol over your backpack, and then you can select skills. For instance, you'll have a bunch of skills like this. Basically, you click on a skill you want to protect, and now it's protected. So if I go back here, you'll see now I've got these skills protected. You will see if I die, my hit points would drop from 50 to 43. That's not true because I have gotten insurance up to level 50. You'll also see you're going to lose everything in your backpack and inventory, so all this stuff would go. And then you'd lose the 28 most valuable items in your bank, which I don't have that much valuable stuff in my bank. I'll show you why in a moment. Anyways, continuing on. When you start on Tutorial Island, I highly recommend getting level 3 in the 2 melee stats you're planning on training, as well as the 3 non-combat stats you're planning on training as well. So don't skip Tutorial Island. It's basically like a free location to just get your stats up and going. Okay, we're going to head to the bank here. So, on the third story. Anyways, so up to the bank. The important thing to know is you can be attacked by other players anywhere in the game. You'll see this little guarded symbol right here. That means the bank is technically guarded by these level 1337 guards, or I guess elite guards. But people suicide in banks. Famous streamers have lost a ton of money, like Skill Specs, for instance, lost 15 million gold pieces because of a suicider. So you really, really want to be careful everywhere you go. You see, I always carry food with me. High-level food is very important. You can't just bring shrimps or something like that. Occasionally, you'll see stuff people drop. Just pick it up. Look, I just gained a ton of money just by picking up random stuff. That is part of the game. It's because people suicide, and then other people can get their stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to put this all in the bank. What I'm going to do with this sort of stuff eventually is just sell it to a general store, and then I'm going to go trade, and basically just trade it for valuable items, which I can then store in my safe deposit box. So you see this guy with a blue wizard hat? There will be people with wizard hats in all the banks. Basically what you do, right click on them, click on deposit box, and then you'll see I've got a bunch of items in my bank deposit box. Right now I've got some black dragon hide, blue dragon hide, bone crossbow, and 2 magic short bows. One thing you want to look for is things you put in your deposit box should be of sort of non-volatile value. What that means is basically you want to get something that the price isn't going to be just jumping around everywhere. So like if you buy lobsters, they used to sell for a lot of money. They're dropping down really quickly because lots of people, like myself, really like the 5 times experience, so have been training a lot of skills. You'll see I have over 1 million experience in fishing, so that means I'm 3 levels away from sharks, and then 1.4 mil experience in cooking, which basically means I've got about probably 800 K more experience to get so I can cook sharks. Another thing to really focus on when you're first starting is quests. You want to get the easy quests done, and then, basically always have, I'm making a mistake here, always have 10 items in your safe deposit box. Because, if I die in the bank while I'm just kind of standing here talking, I can't really do anything. The reason I had the rune crossbow is so that if I'm out training skills and someone attacks me, I could whip out the rune crossbow and rune bolts and hopefully avoid getting killed. You'll see I have a strange fruit with me. People just drop those randomly. Good thing about that is it's sort of like a free anti-poison potion and basically running potion, or a energy restore potion at the same time. So it's just good to have something like that on you, because people will attack with like dragon dagger, super poison, and you want to be able to avoid that. Again, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of the safe deposit box. I've died a couple of times, had my stats get cut all back and stuff like that. Getting your money from the very beginning is really, really hard. You need to have something you can just go back to Varrock and sell. And I'll show you guys more about that in a little bit. This is very important. So you go back into your bank. See, there's not a whole lot of valuable stuff in here. A good thing to note, stuff that's not tradable, that's in your bank, does not go away when you get killed. So like I've got an easy clue scroll, a medium clue scroll, and a bunch of other random stuff like random event stuff. Basically that's really important. An interesting thing to know is if you kill someone in Deadman mode, you'll get something called blood money. You only need 3 blood money total to get the full Deadman armor. The reason I say armor is it has very powerful armor. I mean, it's not like anything awesome like I'm wearing red D-hide, that's obviously better, but it's probably, I'm guessing, somewhere around like in between green dragon hide and full leather stuff. So it's always a good idea, if you just get killed, go collect your dead man's armor from the guy right next to Galen in the Lumbridge graveyard, and then you can wear that while you're training skills. It's really good. Not a lot of people do it. The one problem is people might assume you've got a huge bank when you do that. Another good thing you want to get used to doing is clicking various places to see who's like high level. Like this guy is dangerous. A lot of these people aren't so dangerous. You just need to have lobsters ready to go. Another very important thing, I think they patched it, but always make sure, click on the little wrench icon, go to mouse options right here, and then select always right click to attack. That is very important. Even though it makes training skills a little harder, you'll notice if I click on this guy, I just walk over him. I don't attack him. The first option is walk here. So that's very important to do. Okay, so I think I've covered some of the basics. I'm going to be uploading this video to YouTube. It is the first video of this type that I've done. In the past, I've always done streaming, but I've played Runescape since 2004, and I'd really like to share some of my knowledge with the community. Again, see, like here's someone's dropping some stuff. Always pick that sort of stuff up. See, I got a couple of bows. They're kind of rubbish. But again, I really want to help the community. Please, if you really enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. It'll help me out a ton. And I will see you for my next video. Thanks for watching.